I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up, I hype me up, I gas me up. Take up space, sis. Got my room with this. Take up space, sis. I got my room with this. I'm a trip for this.
What's up, my people? What's up? Good morning. Is today Tuesday? It's today Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Good morning. Let me put something in the chat right quick. Good morning, sound checking that. Dear Yvette, love seeing her. Y'all, I came a little early today. So bear with me because you know I usually have a little bit more time. But hey, purple unicorn. Let me get this in the chat. And y'all just bear with me. Good morning, it's Tay. I know y'all gonna let me get my little good hour in. YouTubers. Good morning, Crickets. I don't come on here but 1 hour per day. I get my good little hour in. And I know y'all gonna let me get this good little hour in. I combed the streets of YouTube high and low before I got started to make sure that I wasn't intruding on anyone's time as an up-and-comer trying to get in where I fit in. So I know y'all gonna let me get my hour in. And I'm just leave it at that. I know y'all gonna let me get my hour in, my 1 hour per day. That's it. That's all I ask for is that 1 hour. That one little hour. I know y'all gonna let me get it in. Good morning, Cricket 22. Let's see. We got Dear Yvette, Sound Checking Net, Love Seen Heard, Purple Unicorn. It's Tay T. Cricket 22. I think I said you already. Thank you, ladies, for joining. It's a little early. So everybody else gonna have to come on in my room. Come on in my room. Good morning, Cinnamon Swirl. So let me get my good little hour in. Good morning, Chronicles of Kim K. Good morning. Chronicles of Kim K is the one that named us the Kickers, the Kickstarter fam. Hey, Patrice. Good morning. Good morning. So let's get it popping this morning, you guys. It's so much going on. Every time I think, last night I had my show, like all the topics that I wanted to go ahead and talk about. But baby, it's like every time I think I have my show prepared, in the middle of the night, something creeps up and takes over. So I know y'all, I wanted to talk about Messy Mondays, the recap on Messy Mondays. It was good to me, y'all. Messy Mondays was good to me. Hey, Hill 75. I don't know if y'all caught Messy Monday yesterday, but if you did not watch Messy Monday yesterday, I really don't promote Messy Monday. But child, that Trish, child, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Messy Mondays was a hot mess. It was a hot, hideous mess over there, okay? A lot of tea was spilled. We're going to get into that. And then in the middle of the night, we got old Cow. Blasting old Stormy Steele. So is Stormy Steele spelled Steele or is it spelled Steal? How's it spelled? Something creeps up and takes over, child. Y'all, did y'all catch that? Did y'all catch that cow tea? I got it pulled up. I'm not about to read all 10 of those pages for y'all. I'm sorry. I will show y'all where y'all can find it. I will read maybe the first page. Patrice says still Steal. Child, I will read the first page, but I'm not reading all 10 pages. I know y'all have seen the tea already. It's already been covered several times. I will have to refer you to the other content creators because I'm not about to read Cal's life story on here this morning because I ain't got but a good hour, okay? I don't have but a good hour, so I don't have time to read Cal life story on here. But we're gonna give a good synopsis and we're gonna talk about it, okay? Love Seeing Her says she watched Messy Monday. Baby, Messy Mondays was sloppy. Messy Mondays was sloppy yesterday, okay? It was beyond messy. It was very sloppy, okay? The Huntsville Street do not sleep. Listen, the Huntsville Streets, as Queen Sheba loves to say, is the gift that keeps on giving. When I tell you, you always want to. I came on here to talk about Real Housewives today. I came on here to congratulate PHAEDRA, to talk about some of the Real Housewives drama. But Huntsville don't let you. If you talk about Huntsville, baby, Huntsville does not give you a break. Huntsville never ceases to amaze me. Huntsville does not stop, okay? Huntsville just keeps going and going and going. So yeah, it was a hot mess. Girl, Messy Mondays was a hot ass mess. I live for it. And Kyle, baby, listen, Chronicles of Kim K. I was over there I called myself was gonna be in the bushes over there. Y'all, I called myself gonna be in the bushes over there. Child, I was writing in all caps over there yesterday. I was all over there in all caps. And I do want to say this, as far as Trish, reality TV is not for everybody. Reality TV, it may seem like it's, people want to get fame or notoriety and try their hand at reality TV. What I do know is reality TV is not for everybody. You have to be willing to be open. And we all know that the Love and Marriage Huntsville sector holds no punches. It's raw and uncut over here. And if you can't handle it, baby, if you can't handle this sector, this is probably the rawest sector. It might not be for everybody. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. The Messy Monday. Y'all said it spelled Steal, STEAL. Child, yes, Kyle dropped a bomb. We tried to told him, y'all. He didn't want to listen. Let's see. Y'all saying, hey, Dr. Heavenly was the MVP last night, honey. Child, we done cut up in that chat last night. Chef Don Don was over there. Shout out to Chef Don Don. It was just a lot of people over there, baby. I was in the chat acting a fool. And I said, let me get my ass from over here before these people start looking at my page. Let me get my butt from over here. Heavenly gave me everything. Heavenly, let me tell y'all, Heavenly was doing her big one. But at the end, they started capping at the end. At the end, I don't know what the hell happened. Heavenly was on one the whole time, and then at the end, Heavenly let Carlos influence her to start capping. And I didn't like that part. But the whole interview, she was on one. Let's see what Love Seeing Her says. She says she needs to get off the show, but fame is a drug. It's a hell of a drug. Trish said her and Ken are not in a happy place, baby. Trish and Ken, are they together? The Crook Still Chronicles. Trish can't complete a full sentence for shit and speaks in circles. I was like, Chronicles of Kim K. I was like, if she don't answer this freaking question, baby, she went all around the mulberry bush and back. What the hell? Girl, answer these freaking questions. What are you talking about? So let's get into it. Let me get into it. CK wants to make sure the star of LAMH knows Chris is her friend. Let's start off with that. I was going to start off with PHAEDRA and her Peach and, Apollo and Married to Medicine crossover drama. But, I can't get away from this Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let's talk about it. So Chris, okay. So, Messy Monday started off, of course, it's Carlos King and Heavenly. And so they were supposed to have a joint interview for those of you that did not catch it, they were supposed to have a joint interview with Trish and Ken. So when the interview starts, Trish appears on camera by herself. Heavenly is clearly not a fan of Trisha. Heavenly does not like Trish, but she likes Ken. You can tell she likes Ken from her commentary. Trish appears on the screen by herself and tries to give this fluff of a story. Obviously, this was her first time meeting Carlos King. They may have talked on the phone or whatever, and he said he did the casting. I thought he said he had nothing to do with casting, but then yesterday he said he casted Trish. That's how they be lying. But anyway, so he said this was like his first meeting with Trish. So she gets on camera. She gives something about, She gives some fluff story about why Ken is not appearing on camera. Heavenly is not buying it. Immediately, Heavenly goes in to say, what's the real reason Ken is not here? She keeps pressing Trish. Trish finally admits that they filmed the day before. Her and Ken got into an argument. He decided that he was going to leave and go on the road because he's a truck driver. He left the house, went on the road driving the truck, and he decided to ditch the interview, ditch Trish ass, ditch the interview. And guess who they got into it about, you guys? Can y'all guess? Drop down in my chat and just guess. Give me your wildest guess on who they got into it about. Hey, T-Talk! Y'all, I just get butterflies and everything when T-Talk graces my channel. Y'all know I love T-Talk down. T-Talk, I was trying to watch some of your replay this morning. You started off hot talking about Scrappy and Bambi, and we're here because Bambi is a fool, but you know I'm gonna have to go and finish it because I didn't get to finish it this morning. But good morning, T-Talk. Y'all said, Dear Yvette says Martell. Patrice Phillips says Martell. Chronicles of Kim K says Hotel. Cricket 22 says good morning, T-Talk. Hotel Martell Be True says Martell. Good morning, Be True. Thank you for joining. Child, they got into it about Martell. Now, how in the hell? Good morning, Linda Gamble. Y'all, she said they got into it about Martell. Ken packed up his shit, got in his truck, and got the hell on. He ditched the interview, ditched her. Y'all, the interview was, when I tell you I was cringing most of that interview for Messy Monday, I was cringing because Heavenly wasn't holding any punches with the questions that she was, to me, she was asking all of the questions that people wanted answered. And if you looked at the reaction that Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly had while Trish was answering their questions, they both were calling bullshit with their faces. If you could read faces really well, they both were calling bullshit. It was like a bunch of fluff. She was not answering questions. She was going in a circle. Like if somebody says, why did you and Marquez get divorced? Well, he took the kids to a game and he was drinking at the game, and then he brought the kids back and he wanted to go back out drinking. And girl, it was like this long drawn out story, but it never gave like an answer. It never gave what she thought it was supposed to give. So I was just like, it was cringeworthy, but y'all, it was a good cringeworthy. Like, I can't stop watching this train wreck. Like, I know this train is about to wreck, but I have to watch it, like, to see the full child. So then Trish goes on. They go further deeper into the conversation. Heavenly continues to ask Trish questions. Then they get into the nitty gritty. So basically, my synopsis of this is my synopsis of what I saw from the whole interview. Hey, April, October. Hey, Valerie. This is my synopsis from the whole interview. What I gathered from the interview was that Trish and Ken, and this is something Heavenly said too, and let me preface this first. Remember yesterday I was telling you all about the Moses, Chris Fletcher, and Martell scene? I told y'all how sometimes when people are new to reality TV, it's their freshman season and they're having conversations with a veteran. The veteran already knows. The veteran has already been through that freshman 15 where they know how to show up on camera. They know what and what not to say. They know what gives good TV. They know how to steer a conversation because they've been doing it for a while. Their first season, they made some mess ups. Their second season, they were a little more prepared. By the third season, they kind of veterans. So when you are on camera for a long time, you start to be able to vet and know how to show up on camera. That's what I was trying to tell y'all about Moses yesterday. This is his first season. He's filming with people that he doesn't know because he already admitted in his Dustin interview, he only knew Marceau and Maurice prior to filming. So sometimes when you're showing up with people and you don't know them, they can direct and dictate a conversation. So that's what I feel about Trisha. I honestly feel like Trisha is in her freshman 15. She doesn't know how to show up on camera. She's dealing with people that are veterans, that know how to steer a conversation, that know how to show up, that know the ins and outs. And she's kind of a fish in water and she's just splashing and flapping everywhere. Okay, so I see that for Trisha. I see that this is their first season. They're kind of struggling. They've only been in a relationship 2 years. 2 years is still a relatively new relationship, and it may be hard for reality to come on reality TV in a relatively new relationship. because you all, I don't know how many highs and lows you've had in 2 years that can determine the strength of your relationship. Also, so we get into the nitty gritty of the conversation. We find out that Trish and Ken got into it due to filming yesterday. We also find out that there is a male cast member that is the person that set Martell and Trish up together. Take a while, guess in the chat. Who do y'all think that male cast member was? Let me know in the chat. Who out of all the men on the cast, who do you think the male cast member was that initially 4 years ago, or how many ever years ago it was? I say it was back in 2000s, the 99s and 2000s. But if they want to take us back to 4 years, who do you all think was the male cast member that set Martell and Trish up to quote unquote work out? Who do y'all think? Who do y'all think? Let me know in the chat. Who do y'all think it was? Let's see, y'all saying good morning. Let me make sure I haven't missed anybody. Chronicles of Kim K says she also looked like she was on a different planet, like a blank stare often. I was like, shake her ass. Child, they were saying at one point, Chronicles of Kim K, the people was in the chat talking about did her screen freeze? Did her screen freeze? Is her internet working? Because Trish was just sitting there, y'all. I don't know what the hell was going on. Carlos also said he does not read the comments. Shit, he knows more about what. Baby, he called her lockjaw. Carlos called Trish lockjaw. He said they be calling you lockjaw, but he be claiming he don't read the comments. Girl, Carlos read every comment that come through, okay? I done called Carlos messy and everything in the chat. Exactly, Sean. How did he know what people said about Trish? Baby, he said it on live. He was like, they call you lockjaw. Chris. Dear Yvette says Courtney. Y'all said Chris. Sean said Chris. Sean 40, his ass reads them and has someone else to read them and report back to him. He's way too messy and nosy not to. He ain't fooling me, honey. He uses Messy Mondays to address comments. Chronicles of Kim K, he does exactly that. He reads all the comments. He knows everything that people are saying, and then he'll go on Messy Mondays like, I'm too fabulous to pay attention to this and blah, blah, blah. But he'll regurgitate everything that's been said. So he's very aware of what's being said in these YouTube streets. The fact that he called her lockjaw, I could not even. Y'all said Fletch, Chris. Soundcheck said Chris. Patrice said Chris. Fletcher. I say it's Chris Fletcher, y'all. Who else? Chris Fletcher is supposed to be her cousin. Courtney, I don't think Courtney, because Courtney is, y'all got to think right now, Courtney and Stormy is playing that game like they don't know that they know each other. They're trying to play that game like how y'all know each other, why y'all acting like this. So it can't be Courtney, because why is Stormy acting so clueless? That's my take. So I definitely think it's Chris Fletcher. Chris Fletcher is supposed to be her cousin. He always tries to insinuate little things if you pay attention to the scenes. So I definitely think it's Chris Fletcher. He said Carlos King did mention that it was an argument about this just 2 days ago on the set, and it came out that Chris, or a male cast member, set them up, and it was a big blow up on the set 2 days ago. I again say it's Chris Fletcher. The Fletchers are very sketchy. The Fletchers are very, the Fletchers just give very sketchy to me, okay? So I definitely think it was Chris Fletcher. Okay, hey CDW, hey VCU. Let me make sure I'm not missing anybody. Y'all still saying Chris. Hey network specialist. I think it was Fletcher. It definitely was Chris, in my opinion. I'm willing to bet money. I'm willing to bet my little bankroll that it was Chris. Trish was doing. Heavenly said Trish was doing that shit on purpose. Their screen ain't frozen. It was not frozen because Trish was just sitting there. Okay, so let me give y'all my synopsis. My synopsis of Trish from that full interview, after watching how she answered the questions, after listening to the questions that were posed to her, my synopsis of Trish is that Trish has a lot of trauma. Trish has a lot of trauma from the from losing both of her parents to COVID. She lost a sister, and the demise of her marriage. I feel like Trish is very, I feel like she's very guarded. I feel like she's very traumatized, and I feel like she's numbed herself to what's going on in the world, because she's just moving forward, but she hasn't dealt with her traumas. She has not dealt with her traumas. She hasn't even dealt with the demise of her what was she married 15 years or something like that. All she did was move on. Soon as she got out that relationship, she moved on to another one. I think that she realizes Ken is a good man, but she doesn't want Ken, in my opinion. In my opinion, she realizes Ken is a good man, but she doesn't want him. She just simply doesn't. I don't think she knows how to say this. I don't want to be in a committed relationship. I think she likes the security. I think she likes that her kids like him. I think she likes that he provides. She likes that, but I think it may have moved too fast and she doesn't know how to make her exit, because they were saying things like, don't say that on screen. Heavenly was trying to guide her in certain things not to say in the interview that could further upset Ken and bruise his ego as a man. And she was like, I don't care. I kind of care if we get back together, but I kind of don't. So Trish gives me 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I just feel like she doesn't want him. I just think so. You can have a good man and know he's a good man, but that's just not where you are right there in life. And I just don't know why Trish is stringing him along. I don't know. I talked to, I don't know if Love Seen Hers wants me to share this, but we talked. She says she feels like Ken is attaching himself to her. Could be, I always tell y'all, I want y'all to have your own opinion, but I think that Ken doesn't have any children. He came in, some people will give you a sob story, and I'm not saying it's not true, but some people will give you this sob story. Oh, my husband did me like this. Woe is me. Oh, this happened to me. But they may never tell you the part they played in the demise of their situation. They may not tell you their flaws, their faults, the things that they were doing, because I'm not convinced that her and Martell were not sleeping around during the time that she was still with Marquez. Marquez also mentioned that Ken crept up during the time he was still with her. So Trisha, I can't confirm it, but Trisha seems to have a history of dealing with men outside of her husband. Marquez does show up as a bum. He does show up as a bum, but she is also showing up as an adulteress as well. It's not like it's just one person. To me, I just don't, I don't know. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but it was a hot mess. It was a hot mess. Let me go up in these comments and try to see what y'all were saying. Let's see. Soundcheck says, she said he saved her life. I think so. I think she was at a low point. Like I said, losing your parents and your sibling all within months apart, that's very hard to cope with. And I just feel like, she said she works out 4 hours a day. Like, child, how do you work out 4 hours a day? Like, what the hell? Then she said she goes to lunch and she works out again. Like, Trisha has a lot of trauma that she's not dealing with life. It sounds like she's just existing. Like, she just wakes up and she's existing. Trisha sitting still. I think she was reading the comments. Well, it's pre-recorded. They do pre-recorded. So I don't think she might have saw the comments at home, but I don't think she saw the comments during that interview. Y'all, I would take one for the team. Y'all say the word and I'm in Ken's DM. She said the women are already in Ken's DM, dear Vet. She said she said they're in her DMs too. She said men be calling her through Instagram in the middle of the night, and the women are in Ken's DMs. Telling Ken, they in Ken's DM telling her, baby, she done smashed Martell, get the hell on. Shake a bone and get the hell on. A lot of trauma indeed. I don't know Ken, but Trish should have waited. It's painfully clear Ken isn't what it was very clear. If you watch the interview, it's very clear that she does not want Ken. I think she sees the value in him. She appreciates what he's done for her and her family, but she said it. She said she's kind of numb. She's numb to a lot of things. So if you're numb to a lot of things, you're probably numb to real commitment. You're probably numb to a real investment in somebody else. You're probably numb to real love right now, because she hasn't healed parts of herself. She is not giving herself time to get to know who Trish is in this season. She just moved on from one relationship, and relationships take equal give and take. And she doesn't seem to have anything to give right now. She really needs to focus on herself. And this show, I think they need to get off the show. This show is not helping them. like I said, the comments are brutal. The comments are brutal. Courtney, kicking it with Courtney, what do you mean? She said she didn't care. Remember when the part, what I'm talking about is the part where Heavenly asked her, Heavenly was basically telling her to watch certain things that she was saying about Ken, because they were already in a bad place. They were already arguing, and certain ways that she was answering the questions could be like could be an ego bruiser to Ken. So what I'm saying by she said she didn't care was, Heavenly asked her, she said, do you want to save the relationship? She said something to that effect. And Trish said, like, part of me does care and part of me doesn't. So she basically said part of her is, she's struggling. Part of her feels like, it is what it is. He either leave or he stay. And either way, she gonna be all right. That's basically how I took it. Martell told y'all that Chris introduced him to Trish. He said it on the show about 3 episodes ago. He did say that. Hey Brenda, good morning. Hey, who said that? Good morning. Toot Latrice said, did you all notice that cast picture with Marquez and Pink? Right, Courtney, there's 3 sides to every story. Yeah, it's just like, sometimes we want to always lean to this side or lean to that side. But I always like to hear everybody's version so that I can make the determination of where the truth kind of sits in the middle. Because even me, even sometimes when I tell a story, I might tell a story to my favor, because not necessarily intentionally, but I'm trying to make you feel me. You see? So if I'm trying to make you feel me, I might come out looking like the good one, and this person looking like the bad one, but I'm not necessarily telling you what I contributed to the demise of the situation. And that's what most people do when they're telling a story. Valerie said, I agree, love seeing her. I feel like there's some issue with Ken that we just haven't seen. I mean, I'm sure Ken, we are human, we're not perfect, but I'm talking about on screen. On screen, what has Ken shown us but that he's trying to stick beside his girlfriend, and every scene he's getting embarrassed because when she goes on the scene with Martell, she starts talking freely and happily. When she goes on the scene with the girl, she'll say something like, if I did, oh well. Then when she gets with Ken, she tries to play him like a fool. So I'm talking about what we've seen on screen. What we've seen on screen, what she's shown us on the TV show, she's looking like the problem. Ken probably is a problem at home, but what point out what y'all seen on screen. Point out the scene that y'all seen on screen. We ain't talking about what we assuming. What have y'all seen on screen that Ken has done to Trisha? And what have y'all seen on screen every time Trisha's in a scene with somebody else? She's playing coy, playing this game. And then when it comes to Ken, when she gets in the scene with Ken, she acts all clueless and coy, not telling him the full story. Like, who wouldn't be mad? I'll be at home pissed off too if I'm watching these scenes and watching how you playing it with everybody else. And then when you get with me, you playing coy. Hell yeah, we about to argue. We about to argue all motherfucking night. And you can call me toxic if you want to, but we about to motherfucking argue. We about to get to the bottom of this because you playing now. Because every time I see you show up on this screen, you playing. And then, like she said, they're on social media. He reads the comments. He reading the comments and people saying Trisha a whore and she's sleeping with Martell and he an idiot. He's reading that. And then he's seeing it on the screen. What do y'all expect him to do? What do y'all expect him to say? What are y'all expecting from him? He's not, nobody's an angel. What are y'all? He's a human. He a human watching this. I'd be pissed off too. Trish is a liar. She's messing with Martell when he was with. Trish is a big liar. People, let me tell you what a lot of scammers do. They'll show up on screen. This is what I told y'all. Y'all probably get pissed off with me about this. But I believe, like I told y'all with that Lexi, Chris, Nail situation, I think everybody was telling 2 truths and a lie. Everybody. I don't think Cornelia, the mama, was telling all the truth. I don't think Nail telling all the truth. I don't think Chris. I think everybody's telling 2 truths and a lie, which is normally what people do. But Cornelia got up there talking like this. Cornelia got up there with a nice, soft demeanor, talking like this, looking like she was very calm. So she drew a lot of people in because I'm very calm. I haven't done anything. She took my man. And all I did was try to love on her. So they'll do that. They'll talk like that, and y'all be like, oh, oh, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. People don't heal from trauma, can go on and into traumatizing relationships. Let's see. She still wants her husband. I think she still has some unresolved issues with Marquez as well. I think she's pissed at him, but do I think that her heart has severed from him? Absolutely not. Trish is still smashed. Yeah, because she kept giving, I'm not messing with Martell. Trish, who are you fooling, sis? Who are you? The truth shall set you free. You stuck to this lie with Ken, but baby, you slept with Martell. Then she tries to give this story. Trish gives this story of after the gym scene with Martell. She says after the gym scene, her and Martell went outside. When the cameras cut, they then said, she asked Martell, why did he act like he didn't know her? Because she wanted to get to the bottom of that. She said that Martell said right now he has an unfavorable, he's very unpopular with the audience. He didn't know if she wanted to be tied to him in that way. That's why he pretended as if he didn't know her. So let me ask y'all this. Since Trisha's so innocent, since she ain't popping that pee, why is she concerned? Why would he be concerned whether or not she wanted to be tied to him in that way? If they're just cool, if they're just cordial, and if they just know each other from around the way, what the fuck does it matter if he's favorable or not? Why would that matter to a person that you have no relationship with no relations with? Why does that matter? Because they are fucking lying. And y'all have to know how to see through a liar, because it doesn't matter. If I know you from around the way, why does it matter if we say what's up on screen if we don't have no type of communication or no type of relationship? It wouldn't fucking matter. It wouldn't matter at all. It wouldn't. It wouldn't. That's just my theory. It wouldn't matter. If I know you from Huntsville, why would I care if we show up on screen saying, hey, acting like we knew each other? What the hell would that matter? It wouldn't. You love who you love. Ken does not do it for Trish. She has love for Ken, but she's not exactly the network specialist. Exactly. To me, that says a lot about Ken too, because he is willing to stay through her cheating on her husband and others. Well, sometimes when people a lot of times when people cheat with you, they think it won't happen to them until it does. They think it won't happen to them. They think they're believing the story that you give. I'm not happy at home. He's done this to me. He's done this to me. He made me feel this way. I'm not happy. I don't know how to leave. They believe the story until it happens to them. It's a lot of people that think, oh, I'm going to cheat with you and they're going to be faithful to me. A lot of people think that way. Ken ain't the only one. Wow, so she doesn't love Ken. She just appreciates what he's been to her and what he's done for her and her kids. That's kind of what I got. Trish is not into Ken. She's not. I didn't see that she doesn't. I didn't see from my let's do a poll. If those of you that watch, do you feel like Trish is into Ken, or put a 1 in the chat if you feel like she doesn't really like Ken, or she doesn't, she doesn't care either way. Put a 2 in the chat. Right, Courtney, there's 3 sides to every story, and people have different perspectives of what actually happened in the relationship. Exactly. Y'all think my ex gonna tell the same story that I tell? I'm gonna look like the villain in his story. Love seen heard. I've been saying that from the beginning. Huntsville is the Bible Belt of the South. Why would you show yourself in a relationship like this? Courtney, she wants Martell and her husband, 2 bad guys. Yeah, she kind of likes the bad boy persona. You're right. She definitely needs to focus on herself. You're not the same person after experiencing grief. She needs to figure out who she is. Yeah, she needs to take some time for herself and find out what Trisha likes again. She can't pour into somebody if she has nothing in her cup. If your cup is empty, your cup is half full, how the hell are you going to try to pour into somebody else? You don't have anything. Trish knew who Mel was, and that is why she was pretending or lying about Mel drilling her at old Vera De Milo meets Wanda lookalike. Not Vera. We haven't seen anything on screen that shows Ken as a problem. I know Lockjaw is a problem on screen and off. I'm just trying to point out the scenes where Ken has done something to Trish, acting like she can't talk. But she talked with Martell, and Dr. Heavenly said that when Martell on the screen, you talk. Normally, kids don't endorse men that treat their mom bad, especially boys. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Ken, I'm going off of what right now. I'm going off of what I'm seeing showing up on this screen. What I've seen show up on this screen is every time Trish has a scene with somebody else, she morphs into something. And then when she has these scenes with Ken, she morphs into something. So it looks like manipulation to me. It looks like she's been doing a lot of manipulation tactics, if you're paying close attention. Honestly, he shows narcissistic traits. Oh, well, I'm not. I don't know. Please kick. Okay, please kick the like button. But he knew she was a married woman dealing with him. She knew she was married. He wasn't bound by paper. She was. Y'all putting something on Ken that's her issue. She took those vows. She married Marquez. Those were, yeah, he knew it, but who was supposed to honor that? Her or him? Both of them could, but she took those vows. She took those vows with her husband. She got those papers. She went in front of a preacher with her husband, not Ken. He's honoring himself. She was supposed to honor. She became one with her husband. She was supposed to honor that union. Y'all got to learn how to put. Not learn how to. That's the wrong word. Y'all have to start delegating people with what they doing with their own lives, and stop thinking that the world is gonna give you something that you ain't giving yourself. Ken been having a serious look on his face. Ken doesn't crack a damn smile. Ken be having a serious look on his face. Ken doesn't crack a damn smile. Ken stressed out. Ken looking like a fool. Ken looking like a soft, weak punk, but with muscles. He walking around with big ass muscles, looking weak as hell. Brenda said, "I'm with you. Trish is full of shit and has been since day one." Did y'all see Ken's last post? Ken said, "It's all or nothing." Child, nothing. If Chris had to have 12 months of separation before finalizing divorce, does that mean the person is on hold during those 12? If Chris had to have 12 months of separation before finalizing the divorce, does that mean a person's life is on hold during that 12 months? I think you're saying because he was separated from Cornelia. I think that's what you're talking about. If I'm assuming correctly. Well, Chris and Cornelia have different versions of that story. So if Chris was still trying to communicate with Cornelia and tell her their marriage was going to work out, but he was still sneaking and doing what he wanted to do, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I believe in divorce. I believe in separating yourself, getting a divorce before trying to date other people. That's just what I would do. Everybody has different determinations. I can't say. I'm the type to tell you exactly what I did, but I'll also explain my rationale for my behavior. So I'm sure it'll come off as if I'm justifying it, and inadvertently, I come out looking better. Oh, well, that me too. Chronicles of Kim K. Me too. I see the depth of narcissistic behavior, and they both show it. I'm not a narcissist. I'm not an expert on narcissism, but yeah, I don't see. I'm asking, what has he shown on the screen? What did she say in the interview? Or what has he shown on the screen that screams narcissist? I'm not saying he's not, because I don't know, but it's like we're going from 10 to 20, and I'm trying to see how we getting there. Child, whatever Martell and Trish came up with was a lie for her to repeat. That's what I think. He better worry about coleslaw. Baby, coleslaw just gonna say it's for TV. It's for TV. This ain't his real life. That's why I think his Ken is also the problem. Exactly. She sat out there and lied. Good morning, love Key. Good morning. Let's see. I ain't sorry though, in my Beyonce voice. I ain't sorry. But if that is the case, why get mad now? Because if you've been lying to me and then I'm watching these scenes, why wouldn't I get mad? Have you been watching the show? Have y'all been watching the show and y'all ain't seen them scenes? Why wouldn't he get mad? I'd be mad too. If you done sat there and got me on this show, I don't know you sleeping with Martell. I know about the Marquez situation, but I don't know about the Martell situation. And then I'm seeing how you showing up on the screen. I'm reading these comments. He must be superhuman, because I'd be pissed off too. He human. I'd be mad as hell too. Y'all saying 222. 222. Let's see. It's Tay T says, and Martell don't want her either. Tried to act like he didn't even know her. Martell don't want nobody unless they got a big bank account. Can I join the panel? Let me drop the link. I'm not gonna stay on this too long because I got to get to the other stories, but I will definitely drop the link, and then we're gonna go. We got to get to the housewives, and still we haven't talked about Stormy yet. How do I always forget how to drop. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, the link should be in the chat. CK got angry at Heavenly when she kept calling him Martell. He sure did. He said, I don't look nothing like Martell. Why you keep calling? Most men do take on women, like, for real. If we were talking about honorable, then Ken is not honorable, but in lust with hero tendencies. Let's see. It's not true, but Ken was good until everyone can see the real. What scene are you talking about? I'm confused. What happened with Dear Yvette? Heavenly was calling CK Martell. Big ass muscles with a Similac on his breath and still wet behind the ears. It's Chris Fletcher was the one that hooked Trish up with Martell. Does this mean that Chris has women he hooks up that will keep quiet like Lockjaw? I have no idea. Well, I guess we'll see it on the new season. I believe in divorce and prenups, child. Me too. Y'all saying good morning. And let's see. To Latrice, I wouldn't think so. They were young and hadn't been married that long. That's my opinion, though. T-Talk with your girl pulled it up. They divorced in Maryland. A couple must separate 12 months prior to finalizing the divorce. I think they were separated, but was he trying to, Chris has shown himself to still have been a cheater, even with Nail. Was he still trying to reconcile and she turned him down? Was he still trying to communicate with her? If I were Ken and saw those episodes, I'd be pissed off. I'm pissed off watching the scenes. And it ain't even about me. Exactly. Who wouldn't be pissed off if they looked at those scenes and how she acted? Y'all are invited to the wedding, making sure RSVP. Simone says, good morning, Simone. Heavenly always calling people the wrong name. She is. Yes, ma'am. Chris is still a fuckboy. He just hides it better. Absolutely. Okay, we got to the bottom of the comments. Go ahead, love, seen, heard.
Okay. You know I love you, Courtney, but you got to be fired up this morning. If you can't see that Ken ain't a Captain Saver and he want to come off like with the Savior complex, he only mad because he on TV because he would be the side dude for the rest of their relationship if she never got a divorce. Remember, she said that he didn't even want to get married. He only want to get married now because of how it looks. Ken wasn't trying to marry her. He wants to look like he's the greatest guy on earth, and he want all the women falling for him. Huh?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Trish ain't wrong. Trish got some real deep-seated emotional problems. I wouldn't be surprised that her and Marquez.
I think this show has a tendency to make us start assuming things. I'm talking about what I've seen.
No, I think that's
interview. No. Is there an interview that he did where you can reference?
No. When you look at him, okay, this is why I'm saying this. Because when you look at him on the show, most real men, like most men, you can't tell them about their woman and they sit there like it ain't nothing. Even if he was married to a HO and he knows she a HO, they going hard for their woman regardless. Every dude on this show acts exactly the same. I mean, Moses ain't really had enough scenes, we ain't seen it, but Ken is still, he giving off the same energy like Martell, Marceau, and all the rest of them. You can say what you want about my woman. And then, like he said in the trailer, we don't know if it's real or not, but he made the statement, but that was before me. It don't matter if it's before you or not. This your woman now. How you letting people disrespect your woman in your face and tell you whatever? Now you get mad because social media is involved. He was not mad before. You knew this woman was married. Most men don't. Women are different from men. Most women, you know, there's a lot of women who will cheat and they okay with cheating as long as he give her what she need. Most men, because of their ego, they cannot handle that. They can't handle the fact that you belong to somebody else because they only want you to belong to them. So by him coming in, and I'm gonna have to do a video on this too because I know we're taking up too much time. The reason why I'm saying is because when you look up narcissistic traits, they want to seem like they are the best in front of everybody's eyes. They like to do grandiose things. Think about the kind of things he's been doing that we know about that he done for Trish that her husband couldn't do. Think about it. I'm not saying that Trish is innocent. I'm saying she shouldn't have got with him because now she's in another type of abusive relationship, in my opinion. Ken is playing, and we're going to see it as it keeps coming out. I see it. Ken is playing. Ken is not real. That's why he's taking care of another woman's child that ain't his, because he likes to come off like that. He got some real deep-seated issues too. And both of them together is probably kind of scary up in that house. Because remember, also in the interview, she talked about how they argue and they don't stop arguing. That gives me that's just me. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me. I'm just saying that's what I got from it. For real. That's what I got from it. Both of them crazy. That's what I got from it. In my opinion, allegedly.
Okay, thank you. So let's go back to the comments. Let's see. Let me start. I'm trying to. Dear Bet says, watch the clock. I came on early today, Dear Bet, so I should be finished hopefully on time. Trisha, aka Vera, said that he asked Flyer to marry him a year ago. Y'all said I don't see that, but you might be right. Hey, and let's see. I'm trying to get down. I like Kim, but I'm sorry you want to wear a clown mask for lockjaw, then I'll help you put it on. Good morning. Chris is a silent assassin. P assassin. He is a slick, silent hoe. I agree. I totally agree. That's correct too. Don't nobody put a pow to his head to ride for lockjaw. I thought Trisha said he asked him to marry her a year ago. She did say that. I heard that too. Yes, because he was cheating with her when she was still married to Marquez. I think I'm saying his name right, Marquez. I don't care what they say about when they met. They've been living together for 2 years. They didn't just meet and move in together. That's what I'm saying. Let me try to make sure I'm filtering out. Hold on 1 second. Brenda says, if she has such a good job, why isn't she in her own place? I don't know. So that's a different perspective. I disagree, but we all can come to our own conclusions. We all see things and we will come to our own conclusions. I think that Trish just moves funny. That's my opinion. She moves funny. She didn't know how to move on camera and she's been caught up and, Ken is looking like a old softy. And, it's affecting their relationships. I don't think she is ready for a relationship. I don't think she should be in one. I think she should focus on herself. It's nothing wrong with, I think sometimes some people think they always have to be in a relationship to solidify them. And sometimes we just need time to ourselves. It's no harm in saying, I am struggling within me. I need time for myself. I need time to heal. I need time to figure me out. And I think that's where Trish is. I think she just needs to figure it out. And that is just that simple. Figure herself out. That interview was a mess. Baby, it was a hot, hideous, hot mess. Okay. The interview was a mess. I'm talking about a mess. Let's see. And let's go to Courtney and Kyle. Y'all, let me share this with y'all right quick. At East Tate facts, her and Quez were separated 5 years, and Ken was dropping chocolate under her picture. Ken was dropping that chocolate under her picture prior to the separation, per Marquez. Trish has trauma, but full of shit too. An awful combination, child. An awful trauma on top of being some bullshit, baby. Trish needs to be by herself. I'm going to go back and watch the interview from last night because I didn't watch it. Only saw clips. Go watch it. It's a good watch. And I don't promote Messy Mondays, but it's a good watch. Trish, Ken, and Marquez are subjects I feel shouldn't even be discussed. Fuck them hoes. Fuck all them hoes, okay? I agree with you, Courtney. Trish needs time for herself. She absolutely does. A review hour. And by the way, good morning. Now that's a mess. I agree, Courtney. She needs to continue hoeing around like she was doing before Kim because she is not into him. And I want to say this: ain't nothing wrong with being single and saying I want to date these people. I want to do this. It's just why are you jumping into relationships and you know that you have? I think Trish has a long history of cheating. I don't think it's just with Ken. She cheated with Ken. And now she's showing another hand. I don't think it's, I think that's what she does. And it's okay, but why jump into a relationship? Just be single and do what you do. I haven't watched the interview yet. I will watch it. Watch it. They are full of ish. Hey, Rain Bass. Let's see. Okay, let me show y'all this real quick. Let me show y'all this. Hold on 1 second. I keep pressing the wrong button. But y'all know the bear. Oh, hey, review hour. Let me try to share my screen real
Morning, both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning. I look, Courtney, I'm gonna have to drop down because I'm trying to work, and then I keep trying to comment and hitting the wrong button.
Okay, no problem.
So it's not even making sense, the comments.
Okay. You can drop down or come back up if you need to. Elf Max says, "Oh, I would check it out. Chris is always in the cut watching and observing the scene. Chris never plays his hand outwardly, but will call out little buddy's mess before. He also doesn't respect him. Absolutely. Y'all saying, let me see. I think Trish is a cheater. You can tell the way she moved. Yep, I think Trish is a cheater. Okay, go ahead, the review hour.
Yay. Yes, I wanted to make a statement. I think that as Black women, we need to stop thinking because if a woman wants to date more than one man, that means she's hoeing around.
Mm-hmm.
It's called dating.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that we mess up as far as the definition of dating, opposed to other races when it comes to dating. We are quick to say a Black woman is hoeing around if she wants to date more than one man. Now, don't get me wrong. If she has made a commitment to one man, then of course, if you go out, yeah, you're cheating. But if she wanted to, at that time, to see more than one man, she was more than, she had that right. And that does not mean that she's a whore, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Okay, I just was making sure you were finished.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I just wish Black women would look at dating in a different light. And I think that would eliminate so much hurt that we tend to get because we try to latch on or hook on to that one man time we meet him. He takes us out to eat. All of a sudden, he's mine. He's my husband. The Lord told me that this is my husband. I think we move too fast in that we should date more than one person when we are dating. There's nothing wrong with that, and that doesn't mean that that you're loose, that you are, a whore and all that. That doesn't mean that. It means you are doing what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to kind of, have some, make competition and see who is the best person. Who's the best man that's going to win, in my opinion.
I absolutely agree. I definitely agree. I think the hoeing comment, like in the chat, I think it's more or less referring to the fact that she does this while married or while in committed relationships. But I absolutely believe in women dating. That's why I said I think she should be single. I think she should be single. She needs to start healing herself and finding herself. And if she wants to date and have fun over here, do that. But do that as a single woman. I wouldn't string along relationships or, somebody, Trish just needs to find herself. I really just feel like she needs to focus on herself. It came across to me after watching that interview. It just came across that she's not willing to give certain parts of herself right now. And that's okay.
Yes.
It's okay. It's just say that and turn Ken loose. Whether he wants to be turned loose, whether he's a narcissist and wants to rage like a bull, turn him loose and move and go on with yourself and focus on yourself.
I agree with you, Courtney, because I watched it as well and I enjoyed the interview. It was really good. But I said that, if you have a grown woman that has been married before, and she has children, and she's been with this man, Ken, for a number of years, and you still can't publicly uh, shout out your love for this man without seeming as if you're having a problem articulating it, then I think there's some deeper issues there. Because if you've been with, he's been that good to you, you shouldn't have a problem with, letting the world know that, hey, yeah, I love him.
Absolutely. And if there's something that he is, some type of narcissistic characters, or if he is coming off as Captain Save-'em, then first of all, your kids are involved. Yes. I think that's a grave misstep that you've involved your children, where he's buying cars, where they're calling him dad. I think that's a grave misstep on her part, because these are her children. I just think it's a lot of, right now, for me, it's a lot of blurred lines, because we haven't really heard much from Ken. So I do need further. I'm not saying even love seen heard is wrong. What I'm saying is I need to hear further from him, so I can pinpoint, okay, he said this, so I can compare it to this, and, come up with what I see is going on. But I just see she allowed him to move, or whether she moved in with him or not, they moved too fast in this relationship. Then you're coming on TV. You don't have a solid relationship as it is. There's blurred lines with this guy who is Martell that you've not fully told Ken what's going on. Regardless of if Ken is all this and that, what we do know on this show, she brought him on here and she has not disclosed her full relationship with Martell. Exactly. She went on her birthday dinner. She sat in front of this man, told him that she was offended by the fact that Martell did not acknowledge her. I think that's narcissistic. That your ego was so bruised that you went home to your man and told him that this man did not acknowledge you, and then made him look like egg on his face, because come to find out, you've been over his house, you've known him longer than what you've admitted to him, you know him in ways more than what you've admitted to him, and for him to watch that on the screen, what person wouldn't be upset? Exactly. What person wouldn't be upset?
And you brought up something else too, and I heard this podcaster years and years ago. I guess I may have been in my early 30s or maybe late 20s. And I think it was Laura Ingraham, but I'm not sure. But at that time, I couldn't understand what she was saying, but it stuck with me. And she talked about women or men who happen to have custody of small children or minor children, that you should not date until they are adults. And of course, a lot of people are not going to abide by that, because, you can't sacrifice your happiness, just because you have children, and, and if you should meet someone. But she stated that, and I understand that now, because if you keep introducing your children to man after man, then to me, that is damaging. That is damaging. And so I look at her with children, and they've gotten attached to this man who is being a father figure to them. And now there's a chance that they may not make it. And so what are you going to do? You're going to meet another man and introduce them to him, or another man. So I think with all that being said, hopefully I'm not rambling. I think looking at Trisha's situation, I think that single women or men, they should be very cautious about, if they're gonna date while they have small children or minor children, then they should really take their time, before introducing the children to that person. And in my opinion, you better be making sure that y'all are about to go down the aisle.
I definitely think so. In 8 years, I haven't introduced my children to anyone, because I don't see a future with it. I don't see that I haven't met anyone that I've deemed long-term. The fact that you moved in with someone, I think it's T said it in the comments, that's clear indication that you've committed to this person. Like I said, you have him buying your kids cars, you have him, your daughter is calling him dad, and they discussed that, for me, Trish is just blurring too many lines. I think she needs to figure it out away from Ken. I think she needs to figure it out for herself away from Ken. You haven't even ended it with Marquez officially, to be honest. Whether y'all are on talking terms, he's living here, you're living there. You all have not. We saw on screen them the first time even discussing their divorce. But you've already gotten in a relationship where someone is saying they want to marry you. Trisha just has way too much going on.
Exactly.
Way too much going on, and she needs to focus that energy on herself. She needs to find herself outside of any man, Marquez, Ken, Martell. I think she needs to let all of her entanglements go and focus on Trish, however you say her name.
And I'm sorry I interrupted you with my.
No, you didn't interrupt.
So you were trying to go into Stormy and her situation.
No, you didn't interrupt. It's okay because you came up a little late, so it's okay that you got your thoughts out. It's no interruption at all. I appreciate you.
Okay.
You can stay up because while we're transitioning into Stormy,
okay,
I probably won't get into Housewives, you guys, because I got 15 minutes. But this was a podcast that dropped yesterday. If you all have Apple, I do not have an Apple phone. I will try to listen to it today on my son's phone. I'm team Android. Don't talk about me. I love my Android. I'm never switching up. But I am team Android. But this dropped. I tried to check on YouTube. It's not on YouTube yet on B. Simone's page. I think her podcast is Let's Try This Again. Stormy still actually told her story on this podcast yesterday. And let me go through some of the pages of what she said. This dropped yesterday evening. Hold on, let me
Today, tune in. Hey, it's your girl Stormy, and I'll be on the Let's Try This Again podcast today. Tune in. Hey.
Okay, it says, Let's Try This Again, family. It's B. Simone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Try This Again. Today, I'm chatting with the amazing Stormy Steele, the visionary behind Canvas Beauty brand. Stormy shares her entrepreneurial journey, opening up about the lowest points and strength it took to overcome them. She even shares the details of the moment where she wanted to commit unaliving, but God had a different plan. Get ready for an inspiring and mind-blowing conversation about the ups and downs of building a business from scratch. You won't want to miss this episode where you'll discover why Stormy will never be broke again. So the episode is called Never Broke Again, featuring Stormy. It dropped yesterday. Again, I have not listened to it yet because I was trying to find it. But it's on all the streaming. It's on Spotify, Apple right now. She says visual drops on YouTube Tuesday. So I guess sometime today it'll be on YouTube and we can maybe discuss it tomorrow. So Stormy did do that podcast yesterday. Again, like I said, for research purposes only, I'm going to take a look at it and, see what she's talking about over there. Also, let me share my screen again and we're going to talk about Kyle. Let's see if I can find Kyle stuff. I wanted to talk about Diddy. Y'all ain't get to none of the little stories I wanted to talk about today. Here we go. Okay, this is from Kyle, the old white man that was coming through YouTube that was windmilling in these YouTube streets for Stormy. So what do y'all think about Kyle? What do you all think about Kyle? What do y'all think about Kyle coming for Stormy? Chronicles of Kim K said, Team Android. Okay. And I'm never getting rid of my Android. I don't care what you all say about iPhones. I do not care. I'm Team Android all day, every day. Period. And that's on big period. What do y'all think about Kyle's after he done windmilled all up and down these YouTube streets for Stormy? He released a statement. Basically, I'm going to, give a brief. Yes, we went hard on Love and Marriage Huntsville. We still on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Technically, love seeing her. We ain't even got to Rhoa, child. We're gonna have to save that for tomorrow. But because y'all know I got to get off of here today. And I came on early. And we still ain't got through our stories. Told y'all Love and Marriage Huntsville will take over, honey. It will take over. Kyle needs to apologize to us first. Kyle needs to apologize to us first. I know that's right. Sound checking that. I love my Samsung phones. Listen, Valerie. Don't play with it, okay? Girl, Kyle checked me on the couch. What? It's Tay-T. What he say to you? Oh, we on his head because I don't play about it's Tay-T. Kyle, let me get in his comments because Kyle, who you talking to? We don't play about it's Tay-T over here. I don't care if it was old. Won't play like that. I told Kyle he was in danger, honey, when he came out camping. Exactly. Androids are the best phones. I love my Android, y'all. So I will try to check it out on YouTube today, the interview, so we could talk about it. But I don't have an iPhone, so I didn't get to the drop yesterday. The content creators and the subscribers tried to tell his ass, and he didn't want to listen. They said Kyle was out here windmilling in these streets hard for Stormy, and he didn't want to listen to nothing nobody had said. And now Kyle trying to get the people on his side. And I just feel like, to be honest, I just feel like when when two snakes battled it out, it is what it is. It is what it is, Kyle. Don't try to get on our good graces now, Kyle. I'm waiting to see how Kyle's stuff plays out, child. Me too. I don't really have much commentary on Kyle because Kyle, baby, 10 minutes. Okay, I got 10 minutes. I got 10 good minutes, y'all. We got to make these last 10 minutes count. A hard head make a soft head. Okay, Kyle had to learn that Stormy was going to burn him just like she burns Stormy. Let me tell you, Stormy has one thing we know about Stormy's history. Stormy infiltrated Mel's camp, knowing she didn't like Mel, to get on that show, and then look what she's done. Stormy had all those canvas beauty orders that never went out. She took all those people's money and never tried to refund those customers or anything, just kept those people's money. She didn't try to refund anybody. We have the story from Queen Sheba, who says that Stormy gave her information out to a blogger after she was mad at a review she did on YouTube. We have all these liens and lawsuits that Stormy has had, even still has currently. So what we do know is that Stormy, from her history, she has a history of bad business practices and, not the most honest practice. Do I want to see her business fail? Absolutely not. I wish everybody success. I can't wish success for myself and be hating on the next person. But I honestly care? I don't. I'm trying to sound politically correct, but do I care? I don't. I don't. I just don't. I always tell y'all, what you put out comes back. And when it comes back, do we cry about it or do we try to put out better energy? Tell it, Kyle. Tell it, baby. Go tell it on the mountain. Screw Kyle. Screw Thunderbird. Screw B. Simone. Thunderbird did Kyle y'all, let me read this. Hold on. Thunderbird did to Kyle what she do to Melody, and that's use him for the come up. Oh well. That's what I say. Y'all, let me read these comments. Y'all, this is one, but I'll be wanting to say people's name because I don't want them to come for me because I'm really just laughing. But Hip IT said, I told you she wasn't a good person, Kyle. Shake my head. I'm crying, y'all. Somebody under here, I don't know what her name. I don't know what her name is. I told you she wasn't ish, and you came at me on Shop Reality TV YouTube. I hate this for you. People hate to believe that we don't want everyone to win, but win the honest way. Hope everything is going in your favor. Keep pushing. Justice will be served. Y'all, Queen Sheba said, I'm sorry this has happened to you, Kyle. She released my personal information because I have an honest review of a customer service experience. So sorry you're being met with the dogmatic behaviors and business practices. Child, they on Stormy head. They is on Stormy head. And like I said, I just don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for Kyle. I'm not about to sit here and windmill for Kyle because Kyle, you with the bullshit when it was, sometimes those tables have to turn. And I tell y'all this all the time. When those tables turn, are you ready for those tables when they turn? I said, you done effed up, right? I get it though. He was thinking he was working with someone genuine. Child. Yes, Stormy is sneaky and dirty. Courtney, I had to drop down. My son called. No problem. I appreciate you coming up. Thank you so much for review hour and love seeing her. Thank you. There's no honor among snakes. Liar. Let's get some snaps for sound checking net. Ain't no honor amongst thieves, snakes, and liars. This is what happens. Sound like Kyle was running her business and she was just spending the money. Baby got that new truck that Courtney bought her, but Courtney don't have no job, but Courtney bought her that new truck. Kyle knows, he knows now exactly. I was in the military exchange and saw Canvas Beauty in there. I was shocked. Child, Stormy gonna stormy, honey. Her business practices or lack thereof really sucks. Sorry, not sorry. They've been sucking. Why isn't Stormy in competition with Kaleidoscope, Judy and Brett over there living law? Yeah, she might need to go get a mentorship from Judy. I wanted to go to them and say, you better get this up out of here, child. Um, Honestly, I think Kyle went in trusting Stormy, trusted her for her word. He didn't do his research into her business integrity. Her business acumen is a testament to her lack of integrity. She is trash. I think Kyle said that he had to invest money. He looked at her books. Kyle was out here in these streets windmilling for her when people were just telling their experience. But I wouldn't put that much into this, you guys. I really wouldn't. We have to wait and see. Kyle may get a big Gucci bag. He may get half of the inventory sent to him right now. So let's wait it out. Let's wait and make sure he doesn't get a Gucci bag, because once they get them Gucci bags, they flip over to the other side again. So I don't want to go too hard for Kyle right now, because if she comes up with that Gucci bag and gives him half of the inventory for this week, he may be good, and we may not hear from Kyle again. Okay. Stormy does not know how to run her business. Kyle's run her payroll. Like, what? Why are you the owner and not looking at your payroll, child? Because she's spending. That was me that you couldn't read the name. That was you. It's AT. I know that's not you. Lord have mercy. He had no idea. But Lord, it's AT. You never cease to amaze me. Stormy will learn it's a long, painful fall from the top, especially when you do wrong by people. And y'all know Stormy was over there trying to stop mailbag on TikTok. I believe it. I don't care what nobody say. Stormy is about to start a new business in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna have That's What's Up. That's What's Up lip gloss. That we're gonna have next. That's What's Up lip gloss. I'm sort of like the old lady under the tree. I sit back and watch the show unfold, and I'm not going to count for Kyle in this situation. This man invested in Thunderbird business with 40. Me neither, Alf. That's why I said let's watch it play out, because he get a Gucci bag. He might be all right tomorrow. It's a T. Kyle said Stormy got mad when he said the books need to be clean. So y'all telling me that white powdery substance on Courtney hands is why the books ain't clean? Is that what y'all saying? Or I'm putting 20 on 10? Am I putting 20 on 10 now? 5 minutes. Okay, I got 3 minutes now. I got 3 minutes. Not the Gucci bag, baby. The Gucci bag. Kyle has ordered up, so they're definitely not Gucci. Child, she might buy the lawyer a Gucci bag. Start your countdown. Okay, y'all. I'm about to go because I've been on here for a minute. I came on early, and I still didn't get nothing. I still didn't get none of my story. Y'all, PHAEDRA got her peach. Y'all happy for PHAEDRA coming back to Rhoa? PHAEDRA got her peach. Drew and Shamea are into it. And I don't know why they're into it, because it's not interesting to me. Nobody cares if Shamea and Drew are not into it, because what is the problem? Y'all mad because both of y'all can sing? Like, make a song together. Like, they're trying to put too much on season 16, and it doesn't seem like it's going to work out, but I'm going to watch and see anyway. We tried to tell Clear Kyle, yes, he needs to apologize. Let's see. Yep, that was a post he apologized to me on. What? Now it's Tay-T getting the apologies in these streets. Corey, I didn't say all that. That's what I heard. That's what I heard, Valerie. Allegedly. Yes, allegedly. Yes, it's a gutter snipe. That gutter snipe did Kyle like she did Mel, baby. Clock in. Okay, it's time to go. I got a meeting today. PHAEDRA needed to come back. Right, it's Tay-T. That's why I don't feel bad for him, and definitely don't feel bad for Stormisha. The books being clean means all the receivables and payables are listed with explanation. So that means the white powdery. But I ain't gonna keep saying that, because they ain't about to come for me over here, because I ain't got time. I ain't got nothing to give nobody. I don't have no Gucci bag. I don't have no nothing but a few 7th Avenue products that I might can send to them. Other than that, I don't have anything. When Nida returns, I'll be happy. When Nida returns, I'll be a fan, okay? I saw it coming. Candy left the show. It was given that PHAEDRA would come back. Me too. I knew as soon as Candy left. And then when Portia started promoting it, because Portia don't have a storyline either, I knew freaking Frack needed to return. Something definitely funny is going on. 2 minutes. Okay, I got 1 minute now. Kickstarter fam, have a great day on purpose. Love y'all, and there's nothing y'all can do about it. We love you back, okay? We love you back over here. That means she's spending money and don't have the checks and balances at Love Key. Child. So y'all mean that truck that Courtney bought her, and Courtney ain't got no job, But anyway, we ain't gonna harp on that. 1 minute. Love you guys. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to Love Seen Heard for coming up on my panel. Y'all make sure y'all go check out her page. She has been posting some things to her community wall. Make sure you all go over there and answer. Make sure you check out her video. She said she gonna get me together on this Ken thing. So when she drop her video, I'm gonna share it and we're gonna listen to it and we're gonna talk about it, because Love Seen Her says she is not feeling what I'm saying and she is not playing with me. And we're gonna listen to it and we're gonna promote our good sis over here. So Love Seen Heard has her own page. Make sure you go check it out. We have the network specialist in here. We have Glam Rocks, I think y'all said came in here. I don't know. But make sure that we support each other. We love on each other. We had the amazing Tea Talk come in the building. Love you, Tea Talk. Thank you for always showing me love. You know I love you back 1,000 times over. Love Seen Her. You know I'm playing. I love you back. You're always different opinions. Are welcome over here. Let's see. Time is up. Peace, y'all. Let me give my outro. Love y'all. Make sure you take care of yourself. Don't be a Trisha. That's my outgoing. That's my outgoing saying. Don't be a Trisha. Take care of yourself. Love on yourself. You cannot pour into somebody's cup if yours is empty. Make sure you are loving on yourself, okay? And with that being said, I am out. Love y'all. Let me leave y'all with
yourself. Dear me, love yourself a little bit more than yesterday. Make yourself a priority. Chase your goals. Be grateful for the things you have. Be proud of yourself. You are a sparkling star. You are your own rainbow. Celebrate yourself as always.
Peace and goodbye.